Alright, hey everyone. Today we're going to be ranking every single event tower in the game right now of TDS. So we have the Gladiator, the Commando, Slasher, Frost Blaster, Archer, Swarmer, Toxic Gunner, Sledger, Executioner, and Elf Camp. So we have the A tier and the F tier. First tower, Gladiator. Oh, wait a minute. The Gladiator is a tower that has melee, short range, but it also has the, I have the stats right here on the laptop. Let me go down to the stats. Alright, so we have the stats. In 78 DPS at max. That's a lot of DPS. That's more than the minigunner, and it's cheaper than the minigunner to max it. Probably not even to use the ability. Foreskins. It also does splash damage. Sorry, swing damage. We have a damage of 40 at max level. And so damage of 40. Let's say it hits about 3 enemies in one swing. So yeah, so it will do about I need a calculator. I'm getting a calculator. Be right back. Alright. $120. That's 120 damage per swing. That's a lot. It's used for speedrunning. So yeah, probably gonna put it in an A tier because it's good. Alright, next up, tower from Area 51. Gotta be my favorite one because of just the concept. The Commando Tower. This fires laser blasters with some rocket missiles. Alright, I have the stats table for the Commando Tower. So at level 5, it's $22,000, and it does 50 DPS, and it has 8 explosion range, which means it can hit up to 8. It can do up to 88 damage in one rocket. That's 88 times 4. 88 times 4. 352 damage in just a couple of, rockets. Yeah, but it's very expensive for only that amount. Its DPS is only 50, where you can get 2 minigunners, which is just a little bit more expensive, and get 120 DPS. So I'll put it in D tier. Not F though, it's not completely unusable. Next one, Slasher. Alright, we have the Slasher over here. It has, its DPS is 27 for only 6,000, which it can be one-upped by, it doesn't swing, it doesn't do splash damage, it doesn't hit multiple enemies, so basically any crowd it will struggle on. So, yeah. So, but it can get outclassed by the Golden Scout quite a bit because for like $6,000 you can get 36 DPS, which is only 9 more, but the range is significantly better on the Golden Scout. And it has throw damage, which is 60 damage if all three of them hit one enemy, but it's quite unlikely that all three will hit one enemy. So I'll rank it. It's better than the Commando, I guess, because it's cheap, a lot cheaper. I'll put it in C tier. It's pretty good. Not that good though. You have to be level 4 to one-shot abnormals. And you have to be level 3, which is like $9,000. No, not $9,000, $950. Just to, well, destroy the normals that well. Next tower, the Frost Blaster. Alright, I have the stats table for the Frost Blaster. It's not that good. Because, yeah. Level 5 costs $12,000 for only 23 DPS. You can use the Slasher and probably get better DPS for a lot cheaper. And you can get 2 Slashers just for like 1 Frost Blaster max. Freeze time is only 0.7 seconds in like a shot at max level, which is not that great. At level 0 and level 1, it does 1 damage. It's supposed to have a shotgun, I'm pretty sure. It has 0. It has 0.33 DPS at level 1 or 2. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, sorry, Frost Blaster. This doesn't do well. It's worse than the Slasher. I mean, how am I supposed to rank something worse than the Slasher? There's the Slasher quickly. Am I actually gonna have to move this a bit? Move this more to the left. There. No, I'm pretty sure I can move the Slasher back. Now we have the Frost Blaster. Putting it in D tier because, well, it literally sucks. Alright, next one. The Archer. Okay, I finally found the DPS stats of Archer. There's a lot of things here, like, there's the normal damage, the burn damage, the fire rate, the range, the burn time, the pierce, the total lapse damage, and DPS. The DPS is 29, which is better than the Slasher. Certainly better. What the? No. So there's burn damage, and so you need 13,000 to max it, which is close to the minigunner with DJ, and you can get like 3 times the DPS for that. But there's pierce. The total damage it can do is just by piercing arrows is so it can do 30 times 7. $210 damage per, but it's not per a single enemy. So I would actually put this in the same category as Slasher. There hasn't been very bad towers yet. So yeah. We have the Archer. Next up is the Swarmer. Haven't seen this in a lot. There's a bug for this, right? Okay, wait. Alright, so here it is. We have the stats table and the ability, which is level 4 plus. We're going to talk about the ability first. You can spam it. It's good at crowd control since it's a grenade. It does 10 damage. Being stung. Explosion range is 20. So if you spam this, you can get a good DPS in for a short time. And you can hit up to 20 enemies in the explosion radius. The total elapsed damage is 128. The DPS is only 16 though. So, actually, I rank this in a B tier. Nothing compares to the Gladiator, because that's just the best event tower ever to exist. We have a tower in every single category now, except for F. Next up, we have the Toxic Gunner. Okay, so basically, Toxic Gunner is going to be a very interesting tower to talk about, because it fires in bursts just like the Soldier. I wouldn't recommend this only using this tower because you will lose to wave 13 if you don't have Ace Pilot, which only gives hidden detection for a short time, and you may be able to survive only then. It costs 8,000 to max. Its DPS is only 24, and it says it's supposed to do like 50% like slowdown, which is really good, but there's a bug with it that it only does like 1% per shot, and its max is 5 to 10%. It's not that good. I would put this. DPS isn't great. It has poison time, but it's not that good. It has a 10 burst. How much damage does it do? Only 4 damage. It does 40 damage per thing, while the minigunner can do 68, which is like 4 times this. Sure, but I'm disappointed in the Toxic Gunner, and here it is. Have I not taken to think about it yet? And we have the Toxic Gunner coming in F because its DPS isn't not good. There's many memes about it can defeat the Fallen King or whatever, but I don't care. It's not that good. Sledger. This one might be one of the best. Okay. This is one of the best towers, as I already said. Okay. Its DPS is only 39, but taking a look at the damage it does, it's really good. Only 16,000 a max. So basically, the only skin for it is the Brave Soul. It's from the Cold Front. And I don't have the Sledger Tower. I have no event towers, actually. I could have gotten the Elf Camp, but didn't get the Elf Camp because I'm dumb. So, swing rate, frozen damage. So, DPS is only 40 if you round it up. But the damage can make up for that. It does 50 damage. And it can do 2 times the damage, which is 100 damage, and it can hit up to 4 enemies, which making 400 damage. It's making, yeah. And if you have, if you have Commander, that becomes pretty OP, and you can only play 6 of them, but I think that's still really worth it. Next one, Executioner. Okay, so we have the Executioner now. Costs $22,000 to max, isn't bad. It's kind of the same as Gold Mini. It only does 39 damage. It has 40 DPS, same as Sledger. But when we take a look at the Executioner's actual stats, yeah, it becomes pretty good. The thing about Sledger is it has a short range. Oh yeah, I forgot to rank Sledger. Sledger, I would say, A tier. It can do really good. Can compare, but not really. So we have the Executioner now. So it does 80 damage at max level. So yeah. If fire rate stays the same into all of the levels except for the level 1 change, then it stays on. It's 3 seconds, then 2 seconds all the way through. So its damage is 80, which is exact same as the max level Warden. Its bounces is 7, so 80 times 7. 80 times 7. 560 damage in one hit. Yeah. And it fires every 2 seconds. So yeah. I would say this tower's worth it. So yeah. I'll actually put the Executioner also in A tier with the Sledger. The reason I didn't put Swarmer in A tier is because, well, the only thing that's very good about it is its Beehive Bomb, which becomes really easy to use with the new UI, where you can just chain Commander at the left of your screen, and on PC just pressing a button, F. And last, but certainly not least, the Elf Camp. This one is really hard to calculate because it spawns different elves. It's like seeing the military base spawn all 6 military bases, all the types. Yeah. It costs $15,000 to max, which is really cheap because with DG that can go down a ton. Its elf has DPS. It does 8 damage by ramming into enemies. The Guardian Elf, so the minion is from the regular elf is level 0 to 3. The Guardian Elf is 0 to 5. It has a DPS of 29. Spawn rate of 25. There's an alarm going off. Whatever, it does 15 damage and its health is 60, which is a lot better than the regular elf. The ranged elves. So the Snowball Elf is level 2 to 3. It has 12 health, worse than the Guardian health. 3 damage, not that good. Spawn rate is 20, range is 18, and DPS is only like 1 DPS. Next is the Cannoneer Elf, which is at level 4. It has 20 health, damage is 4, spawn rate is 25, and fire rate is 0.50. Range is 20. and its DPS went up by 6 or 7, because it has about like 8 DPS. Not that good. Gunner Elf, level 5, health is 25, damage is 6, which is better. Has a burst like the Toxic Gunner and the Soldier. Spawn rate is 25, fire rate is 0.2, cooldown is 1, range is 25 better, and it doubled the DPS, like 16 DPS. And the Splash Elves, which level 34 Bomber Elf health is 14, splash damage 35, spawn rate 25, range is 1.5, okay. Explosion range 16, doesn't have a DPS. And Gift Bomber, also level 5, 100 health, better. Splash damage of 40. Spawn rate is 50, which isn't that good. Fire rate is 2 seconds. Range is 14. Explosion range 16. DPS 19. 20. Level 5, also a ripped elf. 800 health. Splash damage 140. Spawn rate is 80, which makes sense. Fire rate is 4. Range is 40. Explosion range is 24. And DPS is 30. So where would I rank this tower? I would actually rank this a pretty good tower. Pretty great tower altogether. Definitely B tier though. No, I'm joking. I would never put the elf camp like that. A tier. So here it is. Toxic Gunner is the only one in F because of the bug. And Commando, then Frost Blaster, then Archer, so Archer is ahead of Slasher. I was just too lazy. So Slasher, then Archer, then Swarmer, then Elf Camp, Executioner, Sledger, and Gladiator. Gladiator is really cheap, so yeah. Anyways, the end. Bye-bye.